Imagine being born into a time of constant warfare where alliances shifted like sand in a storm. This was the world into which Tokugawa Ieyasu, the future unifier of Japan, was born. In the year 1543, in the heart of Mikawa province, a baby named Matsudaira Takechiyo was born. He would later be known as Tokugawa Ieyasu. His father, Matsudaira Hirotada, was the lord of Mikawa, while his mother, Odai no Kata, came from a respected samurai family. However, young Takechiyo's early years were far from peaceful. When he was just 2, his mother was sent away, a pawn in the power struggles prevalent in this era of civil war. At the tender age of 6, he was separated from his family, held hostage by the Oda clan to ensure his father's loyalty. In this harsh environment, Takechiyo learned the art of survival. His life was a chessboard where understanding the intentions of others was a matter of life and death. He learned to read people, to perceive the subtle shifts in power, and to adapt swiftly to changing circumstances, skills that would become invaluable in his later life. At the age of 15, Takechiyo underwent a coming-of-age ceremony and took the name Matsudaira Motoyasu. He was no longer a pawn but a player in the political landscape of Japan. He began to forge alliances, gather loyal retainers, and build his military strength. In the year 1567, Motoyasu changed his name to Tokugawa Ieyasu, marking a significant turning point in his life. He was now a powerful daimyo, or feudal lord, and his influence was growing. His ambitions were not merely to survive, but to unify a nation fragmented by war. These early experiences no doubt forged the resilience and strategic acumen that would define Tokugawa Ieyasu's life. His journey from a hostage to a shogun, the military ruler of Japan, is a testament to his extraordinary determination and strategic brilliance. But more on his rise to power in the next scene. Until then, remember, history is not just about the past. It's about understanding the present and shaping the future. The road to power is often littered with challenges, and Tokugawa Ieyasu's journey was no exception. Rising from a modest background, Ieyasu navigated the tumultuous landscape of feudal Japan with a shrewd mix of political alliances, battles, and strategic maneuvers. Born into the minor daimyo clan of Mikawa, Ieyasu's early life was marked by turbulent times. His father was a warrior who fell out of favor with the ruling Imagawa clan, and young Ieyasu was sent as a hostage to ensure his father's loyalty. This early exposure to the machinations of power would profoundly shape Ieyasu's worldview. Emerging from his hostage years, Ieyasu returned to his homeland only to find it in chaos. The Imagawa, once powerful, were now weak and divided. Seizing the opportunity, Ieyasu broke away from the Imagawa, establishing himself as an independent daimyo, a move that was both daring and risky. But it was through the crucible of battle that Ieyasu truly began to shine. In the fierce and bloody conflicts that marked this era, he demonstrated not only courage but also a keen strategic mind. His victories on the battlefield earned him both respect and fear, gradually increasing his sphere of influence. One of his most significant alliances was with Oda Nobunaga, a powerful daimyo with ambitions to unify Japan. Together, they fought several successful campaigns, further strengthening Ieyasu's position. When Nobunaga was betrayed and killed, Ieyasu supported his ally's successor, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, further solidifying his power. However, it was after Hideyoshi's death that Ieyasu made his most audacious move. Declaring himself the rightful successor, he moved to consolidate his power. Through a series of strategic alliances and battles, including the pivotal Battle of SEahara, he gradually unified Japan under his rule, becoming the country's most powerful daimyo. His strategic brilliance and determination eventually led him to become the dominant figure in Japan. But this was just the beginning. Ieyasu's greatest achievement, the establishment of the Tokugawa Shogunate, was yet to come. But that's a story for another time. The Battle of SEahara, a conflict that would forever change the course of Japanese history. It was here, in the heart of Japan, that Tokugawa Ieyasu, a man of strategy and ambition, would make his mark. With the rising sun on October 21, 1600, a sea of over 160,000 samurai clashed in a fierce struggle for power. In the midst of chaos and uncertainty, Ieyasu's forces emerged victorious, a testament to their leader's tactical brilliance and unwavering resolve. This victory was not merely a triumph on the battlefield, it was a decisive moment that solidified Ieyasu's position as the dominant figure in Japan. The aftermath of the battle set the stage for a profound transformation. The feudal system that had long dominated the country began to crumble, making way for a centralized government under Ieyasu's rule. The Battle of SEahara marked the beginning of a new era, with Tokugawa Ieyasu at its helm. With power firmly in his grasp, Tokugawa Ieyasu set about creating a legacy that would stand the test of time. He had a vision for a unified, peaceful Japan, and to realize this vision he founded the Tokugawa Shogunate. This was a centralized military government that would rule Japan for over 250 years. Under the Tokugawa Shogunate, power was centralized and the feudal system was restructured. The shogunate was placed at the top, followed by the daimyos, who were the regional lords. The samurais were next, serving as the military nobility, and then came the commoners, the farmers, artisans, and merchants. This system ensured that power was distributed yet controlled. In addition to these political changes, Tokugawa Ieyasu implemented significant social reforms. He enforced a strict class system which, while restrictive, promoted order and stability. He also encouraged the growth of arts and culture, paving the way for a period of great cultural flowering in Japan. On the economic front, the shogunate promoted agriculture and trade, leading to unprecedented economic growth. There was a rise in urbanization, and cities like Edo, now known as Tokyo, became bustling centers of commerce. Through these reforms, Tokugawa Ieyasu transformed Japan from a land of warring states into a stable, prosperous nation. Thus, the Tokugawa Shogunate, a beacon of stability in an age of turmoil, was born. The reign of the Tokugawa Shogunate ushered in the Edo Period, a time of unprecedented peace and cultural blossoming. This era, also known as the Tokugawa period, truly reshaped Japanese society with a particular emphasis on a strict social hierarchy and isolationist policies. The social structure was rigid, with the samurai class at the top, followed by the peasants, artisans, and merchants. Despite the low position of merchants in this hierarchy, they prospered economically, leading to an unexpected shift in societal dynamics. The isolationist policy, known as sakoku, was another defining feature of this period. Japan, under the Tokugawa rule, closed its doors to the outside world, allowing only limited trade with certain foreign countries. This policy, while isolating Japan, allowed it to develop independently, without foreign interference, fostering a unique culture and society. But the Edo period was not only about strict rules and isolation, it was a time of flourishing arts and culture. Kabuki and no theater forms became popular. Ukiyo-e, or woodblock prints, captured everyday life in vibrant colors, and haiku poetry reached new heights with master poets like Basho. The Edo period, under the watchful eye of the Tokugawa shogunate, would leave an indelible mark on Japanese history. It was a time of peace, stability, and cultural growth, a period that echoed the strength and vision of its founder, Tokugawa Ieyasu.